Hello everyone, this is William from Tree Studio. Today I want to give the videographer a guideline about how to give the bride and groom direction at wedding photo location section. We use the Parliament House as example. Parliament House is the most famous landmark in Melbourne City. It has a lot of staircase in front of the building, marble floor on the top of staircase, and a Roman style pillow give the videographer creativity. Parliament House is one of my favorite wedding photo location. Compared with other outdoor wedding photo locations, such as Cotton Garden, Port Melbourne Beach, the shelter of the Parliament House provides a good lighting condition, no matter sunny day or rainy day. I would suggest wedding videographer bring 35mm lens if you are a solo shooter, and you can switch to the full frame sensor to crop APS-C mode to get 50mm effects. If you have the second shooter with you, he can bring the 50mm or 85mm to capture some close-up shots. So please don't bring the same focal length. In these lessons, you will achieve 3 goals. 1. How to give the bride and groom effective direction. 2. Which lens you can get certain composition. 3. The certain shooting distance between the videographer and the bride and groom. First of all, when we film the bride and groom, please keep in mind the composition. So you need to know which lens will give you the best result before rolling camera. At the same time, you need to keep the good distance with your subject, the bride and groom. Most situation, I would like to keep 2 to 4 meters with the subject. It's easy to communicate with them, and meanwhile, the subject can stand out from the backdrop in your frame. Please don't leave too much space for the composition if you want to focus on the bride and groom, because the audience attention will drive away. I use one of the first example. I will ask the bride stand at the staircase. I use DJI gimbal and 35mm lens and to keep 3 meters to film her full body shot. You can ask her walking towards you, and you can keep yourself backwards to have the continued walking shot. Some little tips: you can ask her looking outside at the first frame, and when she walking 1-2 steps, you can ask her looking front. I call the movement as the key frame. This is not necessary to keep the bride walking too long if she keep the same gesture. The footage will look the same. You can ask her looking different direction to get the keyframe for the post editor. For this shot, you can also have some variation. You can use 50mm to film her upper body or her dress, but 50mm is hard to keep the good composition than 35mm lens when the videographer uses gimbal, so you just need to focus on the keyframe. For the next shot, I will ask the bride and groom to go to the top of staircase. To emphasize the space of Parliament House, I will ask the groom to stand at the left of the frame and walk a diagonal line instead of the straight line. I use 35mm lens and to keep 3.8 meters to the subject. You will use gimbal to follow him from the left to the right, but you don't need to move too quick. Just keep a little bit movement of the camera to create some dynamic movement of the shot. We want to see the movement of the groom, not the camera movement. For the next shot, we can use the right mouse at Parliament House. It has an armrest. We can ask the bride stand at the top of staircase and ask her walking down 2 or 3 steps. I use the 50mm lens and keep a 6.5 meters to the bride. She can hold the armrest. At the beginning, she can looking down, and then she can look her left. For the next shot, we want to build some connection between the bride and groom. We ask the bride and groom come to the top of the staircase. I use 50mm lens and keep 2 meters to the front people to make the shot creativity. We can ask the bride walking in front of groom, and the groom have 1 step behind her at the beginning. After 1 or 2 seconds, the groom can walking fast and holding the bride's hand from the back, and then they can keep the same position and walking towards the cameras. You can ask them to have the sound reaction, for instance, looking at each other, talking, or laughing. In here, I want to discuss some about lens. 35mm lens can capture more atmosphere, while 50mm will focus on the people, and the 50mm can reduce the feeling of the distance. That means 50mm can create some intimate between the bride and groom lens using 35mm lens. So please thinking what kind of the shoot you want to create. For the next shot, it's a bit of the unique movement. I use the staircase again. I use the 50mm lens and to keep 3.8 meters to the front people. We can ask the bride and groom stand in front of the pillow, and she can look in one side. I would suggest her head opposite the camera position, and the groom walking down from the staircase, and the groom head can turn to the camera position. Thus, the bride and groom line of the side can be intercepted. And the second shot, we can change the bride standing in front of the pillow and lean her body to the pillow. She stands far end of our frame, on the right side of frame, and this time the movement of the subject. The groom is close to the camera and walking down to the staircase, and he can look in one side to the other side. For the next easy shot, we can ask the bride and groom come to the top of staircase and stand in front of a wooden door. I use 35mm lens and to keep 3 meters to the subject. The bride can stand in middle of the frame, and we use gimbal to have the 180 circle movement. At the same time, the bride look our lens to create some connection between the subject and the filmmaker. I would suggest the videographer to capture from low angle, and she can study looking down to the camera. For the next practice, we can shoot individual people. We can use gimbal to create the following shot. The first shot, I use the 50mm and keep 3.9 meters to the subject, and we can give the subject some direction. She can turn her side from looking camera to looking outside. For the next shot, we can use 50mm and 3.1 meters to the subject to have some close-up shot and capture the shot slightly below eye level. The bride looking her right side at the first frame, and then she can turn her body to another side. Please ask the bride always looking camera. When she turns her body, she can always looking down the camera to create the cool shot. For the last shot in this video, we want to create some intimate connection between the bride and groom. We can use 50mm lens and 0.8 meters to the front people, and the bride can lean her body to the wall. She can look slightly up and pretend to thinking something. At the same time, she can play her hair. The groom standing right side of frame, and he can turn his head to the bride and look her and talk to her. We want to get the key frame when the groom engage with his bride. We can also have some variation inside of the bride looking up, and she can also look in camera to have some connection with the audience. Thank you for watching my video. This is William from Tree Studio. For the next video, I will show you how to film groom get ready. See you at next episode.